Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Plant Fanatics. Today we're talking all things cuttings, so stick around. We're in the office today. I really do want to go over with you guys, all jokes aside, about what constitutes as a good cutting and what constitutes as a not so good cutting. And all I mean by a good cutting is something that's going to get your chances of rooting success up a little bit. And so there's some do's and don'ts when it comes to that. So if you come in close here, I've got a couple of example cuttings for you just to show you. Right here, we've got a little Miss Figgy cutting, and you can see this is the very top of a branch. Typically, not always, but typically that's going to be the little bit greener growth. This one is very green. If you get a cutting like this, it's not that it can't be rooted, it's just that it's much more difficult to get it rooted. Your chances of success go down quite a bit. So if you see something green like this, it's not your best option. And here right next to that cutting, we've got a little bit different. This is still a tip growth. You can see it's very green on this side and starting to age on this side, starting to get that brown color that we really want to look for. However, this one is still not there. So if you have this type of cutting, yes, you can do it, but still a little more difficult than what we're really going to want to look for. So if you have the option to not have this, I would definitely go down another route. And right here, we have got two different cuttings. Now, these are what would be what I consider a good cutting. As you can see, we've got three separate nodes here. And all a node is that's where your new growth is going to come out. That's where those leaves and branches are going to start coming out of and eventually make a big fig tree. Even though I know it's hard to believe that when you look at this, but that's how cuttings work. So you're going to want to look for a minimum of two nodes, but three is much better. It's going to bring your success rate way up. And really just, you'll see once you start rooting figs that sometimes these nodes are going to burst and some leaves are going to come out. And then those leaves just fall off because the root system is not fully developed yet. It can't support that leaf growth. And having that second node gives you another opportunity for that fig tree to grow. Just higher success rate. Right here next to that, we have another really good cutting, though much smaller. It still has three different nodes here, which is, like I said, a very good cutting. You can see the size difference in those. And sometimes people open a cutting like this, and they're like, what the heck did this guy send me? This is still a very good cutting. It has that brown color that we're looking for. It's more aged, and it's really in a good state to be rooted, just like this bigger one is. So if you get cuttings like this from anybody, not just me, from anybody, that is still a good cutting and it has a very high chance of rooting. So that is just a quick video going over what to look for in a fig cutting. Maybe you guys are trying to root figs for the first time, or maybe you just, you didn't have that great of success in the past and you're wondering, what the heck does a good cutting even look like? Those are the things to look for. Avoid that green growth, the newer growth. Try to find cuttings that, have a little bit of size to them, have that brown colored bark, and have at least 2 to 3 nodes. If you do those things, your success rate is going to go way up. So when it comes to actually, the method that you use to propagate these things, there's so many different methods. There's a lot of different methods that work. I've made videos in the past on that. I will continue to make videos in the future, but I could talk about that for an hour. So I won't bore you guys with that right now, but this is what to look for in fig cuttings. If you guys have any questions for me, leave them in the comments. If you guys have a certain method of rooting figs that you'd like to share with everybody, leave that in the comments as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And if you haven't already, check out the AmericanFigCompany.com if you're looking for fig cuttings. Thanks so much.